Anshuman, welcome back to Bhai Waugh. Welcome back to Bhai Waugh. I see you're wearing the racing jersey of yours, not the Indian jersey. Hopefully that will be on tomorrow. But big day tomorrow, India New Zealand, the finals, Champions Trophy, 2 weeks of matches, ups and downs for other teams, not so much for India. But here we are with probably the two best teams from the group stages, right?
Yeah, undoubtedly. Uh,
Hmm.
like the others, barring the match between Afghanistan and England,
Yeah.
nothing really sticks out. And of course, the South African run chase against England again.
Yeah.
So thank you to England for providing.
I think probably the Australian chase. Then.
Sorry, Australian chase against England.
It was the very first game that they played in that group.
Yeah. So England provided the two biggest highlights of the tournament for me, apart from India doing India kind of things.
Right. So just a quick question. You watched most of the games, right? At least the India games.
I saw the India games there.
Yeah. But do you think, what's the assessment from your side on the quality of cricket? I mean, is it still exciting to watch an ODI, or do you think you're sort of satiated by T20s?
I don't think the format had too much to do with this. It was more the quality of the opposition that stands out here. We progressed into the finals absolutely untroubled, barring the match against where we scored 249 runs.
Yeah, correct.
Which seemed to be a little less, but eventually
those players got us through in that game.
Precisely.
Correct. And that was a New Zealand game, the same group.
Yeah, New Zealand game, exactly. Yeah.
Right. No, I mean, just trying to reframe the question differently. So I was just assessing the scorecards because I didn't watch all the games. But I just felt that somewhere, if you look at a Steve Smith or a Kohli, they're guys who have played a significant amount of one days, right?
Yeah.
10+ years, 12 years.
Yeah.
They still sort of knew what to do with a one day format. I felt the newer crop of players, in any team, whether it's England, whether it's India, whether it's Pakistan, for example, somehow I think because they're so weaned on T20, a few of them felt like that format, they didn't know what to do with the format, either as a batsman or a bowler. I could see a little bit of the adjustment, if you were to call it that, just from my perspective. I mean, I felt perhaps people have forgotten what it is to play a one day, because even when you read the comments in Cricket Info, for example, right, by the 5th or the 7th over, the commentaries are there. Why isn't he hitting a boundary? Why is he playing so slow? I think people are so used to that. T20 7th over, you got to be 75 for no loss or whatever. They don't realize 50 overs is a lot of cricket, actually.
I wouldn't go too much by the comments as such, because that's more the viewers' expectations.
Yeah.
As opposed to what is required for the moment. This observation, did you have it in the 2023 World Cup?
No, I didn't. That's what I'm saying. So oddly, that's actually a very good question that you asked. I was thinking about it. I think the action in the 2023 World Cup was far better. I think two reasons. One is because the pitches in India were good, right? They played at fairly good batting pitches across. They were high scores. And just I think the occasion was much bigger than a Champions Trophy, right? I think people had geared up to play that World Cup. I think there were 6 or 7 really good teams there. It was quite an open World Cup in the sense that, of course, India steamrolled everyone, but there was a good mix of other teams, including Afghanistan that did well, Australia did well, England were doing well, New Zealand were doing well, Pakistan, okay, they didn't have a damn good series. But just, I think 1.5 year down, right? It's almost a year and a half since that event. And there's even more T20 now than it was there at that point in time. I just feel probably a little bit, I felt some of the cricketers felt like, why are we playing this? It's a fish out of water. I'm used to bowling 4 overs. Pakistan especially, look at a Harris Rauf. He's not played tests much. He's only a 4-over bowler in T20s. And you're suddenly asking him to bowl 10 overs in a 50-over game. They didn't look like they were up to it.
I think the reason for that is comes down to the individual and not mindset, because you spoke of Harris Rauf, you spoke of Pakistan. Pakistan played a domestic tri-series just before the tournament.
Correct, they did practice. Yeah.
There was plenty of time for, like everyone to get out of that 4 versus 10 overs mindset.
Yeah, but I mean, just as a viewer, I'm not talking about this as somebody who's analyzed cricket or read cricket much, but purely as a viewer, I felt whatever little I watched of it and read of it, mostly, it seemed like there was a little struggle there, in terms of.
You wouldn't have the same observation for Rachan Ravindra. Like he's a young cricketer, but he's
good example, very good example. Yeah. He's played well in all 3 formats and doesn't look out of water in ODIs at all. In fact, probably the only cricketer to score 5 centuries only in ICC. His first 5 centuries only in ICC.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And take Shreyas Iyer also. Like he's also he's been around for 2-3 years, maybe a little longer than that. But he's also amongst the younger crop as such. And he's a very capable one-day batter.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, anyway, good. All right. So before we analyze the game again, very quick sort of run through the ages. We've both been old cricket watchers and players in that sense. If you were to look at the India versus New Zealand ODI team, at the time you've been watching cricket, who's the best batsman you've seen in ODI cricket for India and for New Zealand?
Across all oppositions, right? Like this is not India, but
opposition ODI career limited.
Okay.
Limited to the ODI sphere.
Okay. As far as batting is concerned, that's one can pontificate and it would undoubtedly be Virat Kohli.
Correct.
Sachin is God. Sachin is great. Both of them played in different eras, so it's kind of unfair to make that comparison. But Virat 53 hundreds in what significantly less matches than so Virat as far as batsman is concerned for India. As far as batsman for New Zealand is concerned, I shall need to jog my memory, but Martin Guptill, he was absolutely
cared for the one day.
Williamson's great, but I think Guptill.
Right. Okay, so I have 2 choices for India. One is definitely Kohli. I think I do place him ahead of Tendulkar. Though Tendulkar is, of course, like you said, God, and it's almost blasphemy not to include him as number 1. But sheer impact in terms of 53 centuries in 300 games, the kind of impact he's had in chases, a complete modern day batsman, in other ways. I mean, Tendulkar didn't have the same pressure of T20.
Yeah, right.
The number of matches being played, the kind of fitness you need today,
right?
The travel that they have, right? Put all under pressure. The media pressure is, Tendulkar wasn't in the social media era,
right?
So putting all that in and the fishbowl that Kohli is in, absolutely Kohli, no doubt about it. As a complete love, somebody who loves the romantic side of cricket, Chris Shrikant will always be my favorite.
Yeah.
I just was brought up on Shrikant as a player. The original boom guy, right? Idiosyncrasies were amazing.
Yeah.
For New Zealand, I cannot get past Martin Crowe for me. I think a fine all-round batsman.
Yeah.
The way, especially he played in the '92 World Cup, because that was the World Cup where New Zealand really got counted, right? Both as a captain and the way he opened with great patch, the way he opened with Deepak Patel, shrewd tactician, but a beautiful batsman to watch.
Yeah.
Though he doesn't have the record, I think Stephen Fleming would have more runs, Williamson would have had more runs, obviously, but just for the sheer impact and the grace that he had as a batsman. Let's go to bowlers. Your favorite all-time bowler for India, ODIs?
This is again a no-brainer. It's the greatest of all time, has to be Bumrah. But then if one was to think past Bumrah, then
we have an all-rounder category, just so that you know.
Okay, all right.
Might save you from the other name.
Okay. No, Bumrah, undoubtedly.
Okay. And New Zealand?
New Zealand bowlers, again, like everyone who's coming to mind is current. But who? Santner, I quite enjoy watching, but then like he's from now. Chris Kane's all-rounder category, so like.
That's fine. I mean, he also bowled a lot. So.
Yeah.
Okay, India for me definitely Bumrah for sure. I think no dispute on that. I completely agree with you. Though you had Srinath, you had Zahir.
Yeah.
But even Kumble, who did well in one days. But Bumrah. For New Zealand, I have a really left field choice, and this is again a very personal choice. Nothing to do with the record. I just love.
Danny Morrison.
No. I just loved watching this character bowl. Chris Harris, right?
Yeah, Chris Harris,
Absolutely. He had a very unusual action, a very slow action.
Yeah.
Already balding at that time.
Yeah.
Decent lower order bat, but quite a character.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, he bowled well for the limited time that he had.
He was perfect for that.
He was that
looking.
10 overs, 35 runs, 2 wickets, tangled the middle overs. And looked very innocuous, but actually was quite an intelligent bowler. I loved him. I mean, I used to actually sit and watch him use to bowl. Okay,
I'd like to change my choice.
Sure.
Trent Bolt.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yes, absolutely.
Like, literally, bold like a bolt.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts. And I remember the World Cup in Australia where he ran through as.
True. Yeah, good choice. A good change there.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to all-rounders. And in the all-rounder category, though you said Keynes is an all-rounder, but he's also a bowler, so no issues.
Yeah. India all-rounders, Jaddu.
Oh, lovely. I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
You think you placed Jaddu as the best ever for you?
Yeah, as far as all-rounders is concerned, and he's true all-rounder, not just batsman, bowler, but save you 15 runs in the field, easily, impossible run out. So not too much to think there.
I cannot look past Kapil Dev for sure.
Yeah.
Just again, I mean, that's Kapil, right? Nothing to say beyond that. Jaddu is very good, but I think again the World Cup winner, the longevity of his career, the pressure he took, Kapil for me.
Yeah.
Skills that he was first real genuine fast bowler India had. Though I would say Mohammad Dasar and in the first test was faster, but but that's a test scenario. For New Zealand?
New Zealand, Chris Kanes. I remember the 2000 Champions Trophy final. When did it happen? I think.
2003, I think it was.
No, 2000, 25 years ago.
Oh, yeah, 2000, exactly 2000. Yes,
his 100 completely fielded and he completely took the game away from us that instance.
Right. So for me, again, left field, slightly older choice. Of course, there's Hadley, who was original, OG all-rounder that they had. But I go with Chris's dad, Lance.
Yeah.
Again, a very high-impact player. I remember watching him in the '84 series, the World Series, which Ravi Shastri was one as the Lance played that, and he was a big hitter with the ball. Subsequently, there used to be a program called Sunil Gavaskar Presents.
Right, yeah.
On Doordarshan. Yeah. And very oddly, he had shown an episode where Lance, the senior Keynes, had scored some incredible sixes in the last 2-3 overs and scored some 50 of 17 balls or something like that.
Yeah.
And again, I was in that time, I was in the Shrikant and Keynes kind of batting mold. For me, that was fascinating. I still think. Okay, let's go to the bowling. We did the bowling, So, okay, and as a captain, pure captain, because ODI is also about captains.
Well, again, as far as India is concerned, has to be Dhoni. No discussion, no argument there for me.
I will not even dispute you. I have Dhoni as well. Yeah, Captain Cool, of course. And for New Zealand?
As far as New Zealand is concerned, captain, Martin Crowe.
Okay.
Yeah, you summarized it,
I would still put Martin Crowe up there, though Fleming did well as well.
Fleming also did very well.
And Williamson has done fairly well as a captain. Yeah. Okay, great. So we have a little bit of a blast from the past because I think a lot of, oddly enough, New Zealand cricketers you don't remember very clearly.
Yeah.
And it's the problem with the New Zealand side, right?
Yeah.
They've never had the super duper stars.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're a quiet nation. They come, they do their job.
Yeah.
Effective. But I guess because they've never won, they're all round good guys, as they say. But they've never really won a big ICC trophy, and they've won the Champions Trophy and all that, but it's not a team that revels in PR.
Yeah.
It's good to hear some good names from the past for New Zealand cricket.
True.
Having said that, we have the good boys of New Zealand tomorrow.
Yeah.
Against the current hot leaders and possibly bad boys of cricket, India. What do you think? It's going to be a good game?
That's a given. It's going to be a good contest. Both teams are in great form. Everyone's doing absolutely everything right. Both teams, the top order has been clicking, middle order has been doing all right. Lesser so for New Zealand because I don't think the likes of Phillips or Santner or Bracewell have come to the party so far, as far as batsmen is concerned. Probably they've not needed to because
they're not needed to.
Been in the form of everyone is getting runs and doing their jobs there. Both very, very, very competent bowling lineups.
Yeah.
India, I think, have greater momentum with them at this point of time. So, apart from performing incredibly well as a unit, for New Zealand to kind of disappoint 1.4 billion people, it will take for a superlative individual effort.
Yeah, that's true.
On the bowling front.
Correct. True. So, I think simply, they have four spinners themselves.
Yeah.
Santner's, of course, world class. There's no doubt about it. Bracewell is learning. He's a good player. Phillips is more of a trundler. Word still, but he's effective. He's not had a bad time. Ravindra is a decent addition to that team. Right? But if you match them man to man to somebody like Chakravarti and Jaddu and Akshar Patel and Kuldeep, obviously the quality in our side is much better. There's no doubt about it. The batting also, I think, man to man, India is a better batting side. There's a lot of experience there. There's a lot of youth there. They know what to do, right? They've also got the advantage of having won that group game on the same ground. And if the pitch behaves the way it did that day, because subsequently it's gone a little cold.
The surface is going to be the same surface which was used for the Pakistan match.
Correct. But they I was watching most of the sort of expert commentary shows, and pretty much nobody's been able to read the pitch yet correctly. I think everyone's got the 280 right. Everyone's got that right. You just put 280 here on any of those surfaces there. You have a fairly good chance of winning the game. But I think the amount of spin hasn't been that exaggerated as people have said.
It's not turning massively, but then it's spinning enough to make the batsman uncomfortable. You don't need the ball to turn 5 degrees.
Correct. Also, I think the difference that India has, and again, it's a very, very odd difference, but the accuracy comes into play here, right? And three of our bowlers, Kuldeep is a little sometimes, because he's more creative as a bowler, difficult art he's bowling. But if you look at Varun, you look at Jaddu, you look at Akshar, they're very stump to stump. Right? They're making you play the ball more often. And that will make a difference because Phillips tends to go either short or wide. Bracewell as well. Rachin is still learning his craft. So Santner is the only one who really is landing it on the spot and an uncomfortable spot the spinner goes. That's to make a difference. And I think I think it's still largely in favor of India, no doubt about it. Also an odd one, and I speak this very openly. I wouldn't mind losing to New Zealand.
They're really nice guys.
The good guys, they deserve a good big trophy again, I think, they'll also probably, if they get the trophy, they're not the kinds to blow champagne out and whatever. You'll probably have Williamson coming in quietly, shaking Virat's hand. So yeah, it's no pressure game. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to watch tomorrow's game as a pure viewer and not have that, oh God, this is India versus Pakistan,
I know, exactly. Like, you can just look forward to
cricket.
Great cricket being played.
Right. And that's it's always a very relaxing way to watch a match. Because you can sit and appreciate what Vincent is doing, or Ravindra is doing. Whatever. Okay, in terms of matchups, I mean, because we talk about matchups often, what do you think are the two key matchups or three key matchups in this game?
It's going to be Kuldeep versus the middle order.
Yeah.
For New Zealand, it would be as far as India is concerned, how well Matt Henry bowls to Rohit Sharma and Gill at the top of the order.
Correct.
Because, Rohit, everyone else has scored good runs.
Yeah.
Rohit has gotten the starts, and barring 140 odd that he made against Bangladesh, he's not been able to carry that.
In fact, there was criticism from Gavaskar who said that, how can you be happy with only 25s?
Yeah.
Just a couple of days ago, right? Which is true, because at the end of the day, he's giving us the momentum, but then, it's a wasted innings, right? In that sense.
Yeah, true. So, that would be critical. And if New Zealand is able to deal with our top order, things would be a little difficult.
Correct. So, do you foresee, I mean, I know we're talking matchups, but do you foresee any kind of change in the New Zealand team? I have one in mind, for sure. Do you see any change in the NZ team?
I don't. And even for the India team, I don't see any changes.
No, I don't see it for India for sure. I doubt they'll make that change. But New Zealand, I have a strange feeling, that they might drop Young tomorrow, who opens, and put Conway there.
Yeah, Conway. Yeah, that's a possibility.
Because Conway, I think, for two reasons. One, we're getting to the part of the year where the IPL starts. Conway is a sure start for Chennai Super Kings, right?
Yeah.
And he's a big match player.
Yeah, true.
So I think the only change that might happen, though they're loath to do it, possibly because Conway is left-handed, and Ravindra is left-handed. So you have two left-handers.
Yeah.
That's probably the only reason why they're not. And Young had a great 100 in the first.
Yeah, he had 100, exactly. Yeah.
And he but I think over after that, he's sort of petered down, right?
Yeah.
I see Conway opening. If that happens, it might actually be a good way for India to actually start with one of the spinners. They won't do it. But it could actually be interesting to see if they open with a spinner.
Yeah.
Against Conway.
Yeah.
But let's see. I mean, that's again speculation.
Absolutely.
For me, the odd one out here for New Zealand is somebody who's not being talked about in this tournament much. He's gone under the radar, but it's Daryl Mitchell. He's a very important cog in at number 4, number 5.
True.
Now Young's had a decent tournament. Williamson's had a decent tournament. Sachin Ravindra's had a decent tournament. On the order, you've got Phillips, who's had a fabulous tournament. Mitchell, who's actually had some fabulous centuries in this format, has been quiet. And I think how he plays tomorrow is of consequence. Because what New Zealand did well against South Africa is they had those 2 big centuries. And then they had that momentum right at the end where, Phillips with that 49, and somebody else could have 49 that day, I don't remember.
Yeah.
One of the other batsmen, I forget. But, sorry?
It was Mitchell.
Oh, yeah, Mitchell did 49, right? Yeah, correct. But it was not, again, a very Mitchell-like innings.
Yeah, it was slightly staged.
Correct. So I think that part will be interesting, the middle orders, especially if India get Williamson early.
Yeah.
Because he's the glue, right?
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy who will play the 25 overs, 30 overs, set it up well for the batsman at the end. Okay. So any other matchups that you have in mind which would be interesting? I mean, good ones with the spinners and with the bowling tactics? Anything that India should do differently?
Whatever we've been doing has completely worked for us. I don't see a drastic need to try something absolutely radically different. Format has been good. The fast bowlers have come and managed to get us the early wicket, applied pressure, and then after the power play there is immediate choke. Actually, like Pandya has been very good.
Pandya has been effective, very effective.
Along with the spinners, like whosoever could be bowling. Like,
right. In fact, Pandya got Ravindra out in the last game, right?
Yeah.
Very key at that time. So.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. So again, is this still a win toss bat first kind of scenario?
It would be. Like, I don't see anything changing. Like over the past week or so, like the weather seems to have turned. It's gotten
warmer. Yeah.
It's gotten warmer. So I think that means that dew would still not be a factor.
No, I don't think dew is yet going to be a factor. It's not humid yet. I mean,
exactly.
Not the humidity that they used to. I think had they played this in April, yes, it would have been more dew at that time. But again, I mean, I think India's got pretty much everything going for it, right? They've got the team, they've got the crowd support will be there for them for sure. And I think again, the proving of a point that maybe a Rohit and a Kohli want to do at the August end of their careers. Right, and a lot of questions have been asked about that. Okay, so I think pretty much we're settled on the game. Perhaps let's end this by asking ourselves: do you think Kohli goes into 2027 World Cup? Do you think Sharma survives? Do you think Williamson survives?
See, Kohli is like not giving any signs of retirement. Like in the interview against after the match against Australia, he did say that like he tends to get a bit tired after a big innings or so. That's the only thing that he said. But other than that, as far as the intent is concerned, he seems to be showing everything. And Kohli is what, 35?
35, yeah.
His fitness is definitely.
No, he's good enough for 2 years. There's no doubt about it.
So it's a matter of like.
What about Rohit Sharma?
Rohit, I'm not really sure. Because now it's been a fairly longish run that, he's not really come up with those big scores as such. So like. It's up to him, like only Rohit Sharma can.
I have a feeling I don't see him going up to the 27 World Cup, I think. Simply because Kohli doesn't have a number 3 or 4 who's really challenging him. Rohit has a Jaiswal there on the bench. There's Sanju Samson. I see Surya Kumar Yadav being a potential captain possible. I mean, look at India's team. There's Tilak Verma. Right, there's so many good players who Rishabh Pant is not there. So, in fact, had India probably put the second team on, they could have challenged this team.
I know, Jaiswal not being able to.
Bumrah's not there. Jaiswal. Imagine Bumrah, Jaiswal, Samson.
So what do you
Kumar in a team versus this Indian team?
So what do you say about the likes of a Ruturaj Gaikwad? Like
Ruturaj Gaikwad, exactly. Already had India put the second team, they would have probably beaten the senior team. I think that could. So I think Kohli would survive. Sharma depends on his fitness, depends on his mindset, depends on. He might just say, "My time is up." That's there. And what about Williamson? Because he's had a long career as well.
He seems to be again like doing absolutely fine at this point of time. So like, what people need, and like Williamson didn't really have a massive slump. And like he's maybe like he I don't think he's a regular pick as far as the T20s are concerned. But as far as Test and ODI are concerned, like why not?
Absolutely. I think he'll play. He'll play probably. When he's not. New don't play the amount of cricket that the other teams do. Which is probably also the reason why careers get prolonged. Second is their pool of cricketers away. They keep those many players. So I think he'll definitely survive. Okay, let's end the show with something very interesting. Did you see the episode where Ravi Shastri went and spoke to Akram, Yunus, Jadeja on the other channel that is quite popular?
Oh yeah, like I thoroughly enjoyed that show actually.
Gavaskar was there for.
Yeah.
Did you see the Shastri episode?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Did you hear what Shastri had to say about Glenn Phillips?
No, I missed it.
On the yo-yo test.
Yeah, exactly. He scored a 24 or something. Yeah.
24.
24. Yeah.
So, so I was just doing some reading after I heard that, and it is true. He's probably the only cricketer to actually beat the 23-24.
Yeah.
Which is probably the reason why he's catching the balls the way he is, right? Because apparently, so if the yo-yo test was done earlier, just to give you an assumption on this, Jonty Rhodes would have been at 21 or 22.
Wow.
Okay, so that is how good Phillips. Yeah, so there's debate about who could have been a better player. Of course, we can't solve it. But fitness level wise, he's actually 2 points fitter than was at his peak. Right? So let's see if he surprises us tomorrow with any of his Superman antics.
Yeah, there was another insane bit about him that there was a time when he used to do some 800 push-ups in a day.
Damn. I mean, he's not muscular. He's not.
He's super fit.
He's just super fit. I mean, he reminds me of Warner when Warner was at his peak. He's like a whippet, he's like a whippet.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so let's see. Let's hope India does not hit the balls anywhere close to Phillips tomorrow. Because that's
keep it down. I know.
Keep it out of his range. But yeah, good game tomorrow. Let's see how it goes. Of course, Dil mein India hai. So let's hope for the best.
Absolutely.
And where are you going to watch the game tomorrow?
From home only.
Okay. Best place to be.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is that both of us get into the match as such, so the surroundings, the atmosphere doesn't really make that much of a difference.
Are you watching the game with English commentary or Hindi commentary?
I am watching it. I switch between the two. I hear the
and sometimes the Hindi commentary is so much fun, and I sit on the Hindi commentary for a while. So it'll be interesting. Okay, let's hope India does well. I like I said, I don't mind New Zealand winning this as well, being quite neutral at this time. But good game tomorrow, and cheers. Let's probably do analysis after the game. Let's see where we've landed at.
Yeah.
Cheers, buddy.
Good luck.
Subscribe. All of you.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Okay.